Hey everybody, Rural Lions UK, Matthew Turner here alongside Ashley Snowden. We are here for week 1 of the NFL Preseason, of course game 2 for the Detroit Lions as they take on the Atlanta Falcons at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Ash, how you doing, mate?
Doing good, doing good. Excited. Well, I would have said excited to watch this, but considering the breaking news that Mr. Glass himself, Justin Heron, the offensive tackle we signed a couple of days ago, has suffered an injury in pre-game warm-ups. I'm not excited now because it just means a whole game of Giovanni Manu and Mason Miller tackles, which means less ability to evaluate hooker. But same time, always love a bit of football. It's going to be Sunday night where I'm going to be really hurting after getting no sleep today and going and playing in this national flag tournament over the weekend. So thank God we don't have a show on Monday because I'll be a zombie for it, I think.
Yeah, it's a bit of a struggle, or it can be. This game, of course, starting at midnight UK time. I know some of my UK guys are up as well, including Danny Mac 303 subscribing at tier 1 for his 22nd month. Says, let's go, and hello, fellas. Hello to you, and hello to Big Area 70 as well. And on YouTube to Biomarker 301, Hokey Doo, Brent DeWitt, and Carlton Words as well. Hello to you all. Hope you're all well. Looking forward to a good one here, Ash. The Lions had a pretty poor outing last time out. We're going to see Hooker first this time overall, instead of Carl Allen. What are you looking for in this game? Who needs to have a good game to perhaps stay on the roster for this time next week?
Maybe I would say some of the depth receivers, like so the ones we mentioned, the veterans, especially so Malik and Ronnie Bell need to have good games. Actually, see something from them, especially with Lovett being out now. There's going to be a few more targets to go around. Tesla with him sort of becoming a bit more important now with the supposed injuries to Tim Patrick and how look he's been good been doing in camp. He might only get a couple of series now, so it's a real chance for them to come and show why they should stick around on the roster rather than Tom Kennedy. So them, and then on the back end, the depth corners with the injury that's happened to Rachel now, that depth's become a lot more needed because yes, we've got DJ Reed, yes, we've got Arnold, yes, we've got Amik Robertson, yes, we've got Rocky Sin. We've seen over the past couple of years now consistently. At times we get down to cornerbacks 5 and 6, and while yes, we've got Dorset coming back at the end of camp, and he's a good special teamer, and he's okay in relief. We just need someone else there to show up for now because what happens if Dorsey has a setback and the worst happens, we do need to count on one of them early in the season. I want to make sure that whoever that is, be it Nick Whiteside, Luke Barco, or any of the other guys who signed recently, I can trust them. So this is a good chance for them now because they're not going up against either QB1 or QB2 for the Falcons. So we're not seeing Kirk Cousins here. We're not seeing Ridder. Is it? Yeah. No.
No, it's not.
Penix. Ridder
Yes.
was ages ago. Why am I
Yes.
thinking of It's because he played the last time we played him. It's not Penix, it's not Cousins. It's going to be Easton Stick. It's not exactly the best QB in the world, though we might have said the same about Trey Lance last week. But for me, yeah, it's the depth receivers, depth corners, because running backs pretty much set now. Love to see Varky get some stuff, but it doesn't look like he'll be playing much. QBs, well, we know we'll get in there. Cook both need to have a good game. Offensive line is what it is. Defensive line battling for a few places. Linebackers pretty much set. So yeah, it's those depth secondary players and depth wide receivers because they're the ones that are really fighting for practice squad slash the 69-man roster that Dan likes to talk about. They're fighting for those places. Everyone else is kind of they know where they are.
All right, you guys in the chat, what are you looking for tonight as well? Hatman says lots of Lions talk peeps here tonight. Yeah, fantastic. That's great. I know that LNU are actually doing their own show as well, so Let's Talk Lions people might be looking forward to that one too. Brent DeWitt says, Hooker time, if he doesn't learn to sign, he's going to get concussed again. Hope he plays 3 quarters because we all know what Allen is. Trash, which is harsh, but indeed fair. And Carlton, Mark says, Carlton, that place name is new to me. Just Google mapped it. The Wirral Way? Question mark. Wirral? The Wirral is Liverpool Way. So, if you need a hint, But there we go. We do know, Ash, that the Lions are going to be given some more reps as well to some first teamers who need it.
Yep. So it's come out in the past hour or so from Dan Miller that we will be seeing some of Tyleik Williams and Tate Ratledge in this game, which is good news. Obviously, I know they're both dressed for last week. Tech by once didn't really play, but it seems this week we've given them a couple of drives, just get them those game reps because, well, yes, they will definitely get a lot of reps in the joint practices over the next couple of weeks with the Dolphins and the Texans. You've seen kind of the other picks that are now still currently healthy take part, just because it's one thing doing it in joint practice, but getting them that sort of game experience of flying to the stadium, going through all that kind of stuff, just slowly working them up in that sort of schedule. So then when it comes to week one and we're going to Lambeau, they're not suddenly walking in shell shocked by the sort of process. That's going to be good news. And to be fair, what a perfect place for them to start taking these reps. Like Ratledge, he'll probably be going up against some of their rookies and backups. So he'd probably be going up against Zach Harrison, Brandon Dorlus, Morgan Fox, Contavia Street. Not exactly the biggest names in the world, are they? And then for Tyleik Williams, he's going up against their backup interior guys. We're talking Elijah Wilkinson, Javon Gwynn, Carl Hinton, Joshua Gray, who was a UDFA in this year's class from UNC. Again, not the biggest names. So it'd be a nice sort of way just to ease them in, get them a couple of series at most, then sit them, but just getting them that kind of experience of how a game day works, what they need to go through the processes will bear us good fruits when it comes to week one.
Absolutely. Having a look at some of the comments, Big Airy says, I think seeing the young guys from the draft get in, the scrimmages will get them a long way, but I want to see. I think we all do. We're keen to see it. However, the number of injuries this week across the league is just worrying. And I know when you start playing, it inevitably happens. But it's been pretty galling, actually, to see the number of people go on season-ending IR over the last few days. And another one hit the dust in the last couple of hours with Economy St. Brown, Amon-Ra's brother, who is done for the year. He only rejoined the San Francisco 49ers in the last couple of days, and now he's done for the year.
Yeah.
So.
And well, even that in the last 5 minutes, the Colts have placed Savon Ahmed and cornerback Tristan Wally on season-ending IR. So it's just the hits just keep coming. Obviously, Ahmed, I believe, got that in training where there was an illegal hip drop tackle, and then Wally got injured in their preseason game yesterday. But yeah, everyone's having players drop like flies right now. Like, I don't want to say it's kind of nice to everyone to see what we were going through last year, but at least hopefully they'll understand a bit more what we were going through on our defense last year, because you listen to some places like everyone's doing their like sort of divisional previews right now, and they're kind of ignoring the kind of injury bad luck we went through on the defense last year. So nice to see it everyone revert to the mean in a way.
We also had Carlton saying he's interested in cornerbacks. Who is the next man up in this game, especially at least? So the guys that we'll be looking at tonight, I suspect we're going to see more of Rock Sin tonight. And then definitely. I suspect we'll probably be seeing Tyson Russell, DiCaprio Bootle, Nick Whiteside, DJ Miller, and Luke Barku. I'm not expecting to see really anyone else out there, to be honest. Potential, yeah, Hallett is the other one, I guess. And yeah, I know, I guess Lawrence Strickland can pop down into the nickel potentially, but barring that, those are the names of the guys, and I'm sorry, but apart from Strickland and Hallett, and obviously Rock Sin, I've not heard of the rest of you. I know who you are now, but I hadn't heard of you until, a couple of months ago.
True. So the one I'm kind of keeping my biggest eye on, obviously, I'm going to Sin, is actually Nick Whiteside, the guy we signed recently from the US, who played in the UFL, because supposedly if you listen to, I believe it was Nolan and Rich on their podcast, he was locked down on Tim Patrick earlier this week in practice. So he's going up against someone who is technically our starting wide receiver X and is doing that well against him. I think it was 5 targets, no completions, and 2 pass breakups on those reps. That's pretty damn good. You've definitely caught my attention. I heard that when I was at the gym earlier today. So he's the one I'm keeping a big eye on. But obviously, given what we've heard out of camp, it probably will be Rocky Sin and DiCaprio Booty to start the game. So whichever side the Bootle's on, expect a lot of targets that way.
Lots of words about this Justin Heron injury. Doesn't look like he's going to be playing the game. We'll see what happens with it. But with Skipper and Jones both out, the Lions are going to be really short-handed. They're going to be interesting to see how they deal with that. All right, what else have we got here? Hoagie Doo is saying the only time I've been outside the US was Canada when I was a teenager. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, America is such a big country that, why do you need to go abroad? I think it's something that really goes overlooked by the majority of people who want to criticize Americans for not going abroad. And it's like, yeah, but it's bigger than Europe. So given that the majority of Brits rarely go further afield than Europe for holidaying, why would anyone criticize anyone for staying within that country if it's one country? It doesn't make any sense to me at all.
It's what's the old saying, isn't it? That for Europeans, 500 miles is a lot. For Americans, 500 years is a lot.
All right. The game should be starting in just a second. We did have someone in our YouTube chat saying it is about to start. The feed is
8, 7.
Oh, I
6,
I
3,
still have it running around
2,
now. Still
1. So mine's coming up now. Oh, okay, it was. It's just doing the fucking. Here we go, sir.
Mine's just cycling through what preseason games are coming up.
Oh, mine's I'm like Panthers at Patriots, September 28th. Every game
that's
NFL Game Pass.
That's what I had for the last minute or so. I don't really know what's going on.
Yeah, it's a lie anyway. We all know that Sky blackouts mean we probably won't get half the Lions games.
Carlton says, I'm with you, Ash. Nick Whiteside, 1 year experience compared to some of the others who are vets, i.e. not higher ceiling. Bob O'Lan says, what up, guys? What up to you, Bob O'Lan? We're just waiting for our feed to go live so we can actually talk about what the hell is happening. I'm presuming that the kickoff is happening imminently.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep that eye.
Granddad says, not to debate, but because of the thinking of non-Americans is night and day, from my experiences, I wish I lived overseas than here in the US. I mean, here we are up at midnight watching a game of American football, and, it's one of those things. My thing with the US is always a love-hate relationship,
Yeah.
But I could say that about my own country, and I could say that about most countries that I am aware of. The stuff about it I like, and stuff about it I don't. I think that's totally normal.
Yeah, pretty much.
Brent says, if Manu's footwork hasn't improved, he's going to get torched. Hope he's better tonight. I saw some good and bad from Manu last week. I think that the best thing we can do is give him reps, throw him to the fire, and see, exactly what happens. So we shall see. Bob O'Lan starting at centre. I don't know. I do know it's probably not a Gurkun.
It would probably be Colon.
That is my expectation as well. Backed up by Nice?
Yes. So for me, again, no inside information here, just me based on stuff. Manu left tackle, Awashika left guard, Colon at centre, Taylor Ratledge at right guard, and then at right tackle, Mason Miller.
Carlton says, I'm guessing we'll see some Sourced reps at tackle as well after Manu's injury. I think that's going to have to be the case. Don't like it, but it will have to be.
This is fun. Oh, I love it. They're using a picture for I don't know if you notice, when it cycles back through, what if it does, see it, the Panthers Patriots advert they're showing, it's a picture of Kyle Allen handing off the ball to Christian McCaffrey.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, watch. That just looks almost like, hang on, look, it's Kyle Allen handing the ball off to Christian McCaffrey.
Oh, yeah.
That's ages up. That's 2019.
Big Airy says, I've finished my curry. Time for football. Well, it would be...
What curry did you have?
Yeah. It would be time for football if the feed went live. Come on. Lions Ravens has who's the inside linebacker?
Roquan Smith.
Thank you, sir.
Actually, that's a fun game. Let's see if we can do it. While we wait, let's see if I can. So obviously that's Jalen Hurts. So people can't see cycling through. So obviously Jalen Hurts is the other one for Rams at Eagles. Mahomes for Chiefs at Giants. Roquan, as we mentioned, for Lions at Ravens. Kyle Allen and Christian McCaffrey for Panthers at Patriots. And then Elton Jenkins for Packers at Cowboys.
God, no one wants to watch that, I tell you. Ooh, Thiago Alcantara joins Liverpool's coaching staff.
That's cool. I like that.
Sweet.
Here we go.
Yeah.
We are kicking off to start the game. Defense on first.
All right, everybody, here we go. Oh, I suspect that the clock that I have is going to be bad again. I'm going to have to get them to fix it if it isn't working. All right, yes, our feed is going live. I can hear the commentary through my ears. So it is time to see how this goes with Jake Bates lining the kick up now on the tee. Did you say Jack Bates?
Wouldn't surprise me. Jesus.
That is an empty stadium. Kick off 1 yard deep in the end zone, touchback, and out come the Falcons.
Flag on the play.
Illegal formation on the Lions number 27. That is Ian Kennelly.
Oh, that's a bit sad. So the Falcons start at the 40 then.
Indeed. All right. Falcons come to line up at the 40 then in the huddle. Right, then 1st and 10 for this first play. They come out in the strong eye. And Stick hands it off to the running back. Nice run defense by the Lions for no gain. Tackle by 64?
Keith Cooper.
All right. Nice call. 2nd down and 10.
That's Elijah Dotson, who was Northern Colorado. Interesting.
2nd and 10 then. This time in shotgun with a trio to the left. Takes a snap, 1-step drop, looking right, coming back to the left, gonna have to escape from the sack, gets out of it, does throw, and put on the money for a catch and conversion for a 1st down. Did get a hand on his shoulder, but managed to get out of it. Caught by number 87 for the Falcons.
David Sills the 5th. Someone I've kind of liked as remember Doris Fountain last year? David Sills is in that same kind of mold, but a bit skinnier, but it's just like sort of like ex-prototype build in a way.
Dump off to the running back and a gain of 7.5 for the Falcons, and 2nd down and 2 coming up. Had to be perfectly thrown that first ball because it looked like that the Lions could have had a play on that. Rock Yassin almost put that up in the air. 2nd down and 2.5. Lions in a 3-4 look here. And under center Stick play action. Lions are coming after Stick. And that is a sack. by number 36 for the Lions. That is Eric Hallett.
Oh, yeah.
Only a loss, I think, of maybe 1 or 2 on the play, though. So it's going to be third down and relatively short. Howdy to Shut Up a Mill. Grandizer asks, what are your thoughts on the NFL Network being bought out by ESPN? Is that what's happening? How will that... who will that affect how you are able to watch the games, good or bad? It doesn't affect us at all, really. Snap and hand off and hit up front by the defensive tackle number 52.
That's that's that Cunningham.
Wow. He was up at the line and just hit him. Or did he fill in?
He felt the field in, I believe.
Okay.
Just read the inside zone perfectly.
Hit him really, really well, nice and low, rocked him back, and that is going to be 4th down and 3.
Mm-hmm.
And now going for it. This is on the Lions' 38-yard line. So it makes sense they're going for it. Spread it out. 4th and 3, 4 wide receivers out there. Stick takes a snap, 2-step drop, looking to throw deep. And incomplete. There was a lot of contact in there. Well defended in the end.
Yeah. I think it's just equal kind of hand fighting there.
DiCaprio Bootle, that was, who was defending from the slot against number 87. And there was some potential boos in the crowd looking for a flag, but never came. Yeah. And the Lions have a defensive stand on the first drive, which is great to see.
Yeah. The one thing I'll have to do is probably go back and watch that stat, because supposedly people are saying it was Al-Qadim Mohammed who got it rather than Hallett.
Oh, okay. My bad. I thought it said 36 rather than 96.
Oh, the numbers coming up bad again, aren't they? I hate it.
ESPN has it as Al-Qadim Mohammed, so I'm sure that's right.
Yeah, it makes a bit more sense for him to get the sack rather than Hallett, unless it was a sort of nickel safety blitz.
Well, I mean, it was like a long developing play, and he's escaping upfield and got caught from behind. So I guess it does make sense for it to be an edge player. I thought it was like on a nickel blitz or something, but I must have been wrong. So in that drive, Easton Stick went 2 of 3 for 23 with 1 sack for 2 yards. Elijah Dotson took 2 carries for 1 yard. Catches were by David Sills, the 5th, 1 of 2 for 15. Elijah Dotson was 1 of 1 for 8. So Dotson's been a little active back there for the Lions. 2 tackles by Zach Cunningham. Al-Qadim Mohammed with the sack. And then tackles otherwise by DiCaprio Bootle, Grant Stewart, and Trevor Nowaski gets on the stat sheet early.
Hell yeah.
Brent says, hope the refs let them play like that all game. I think they've been told in the preseason to let a lot go.
Yeah. I'm liking the refereeing a lot better this week so far than I did last week.
Yeah, ditto. Ryan Matthews with an observation on Twitter saying, nice opening series from Tyreek Williams. Think he was out there for every snap and looked a little gas after that 4th down play.
Yeah, like the bit times I wasn't specifically looking for him, but you saw with that Zach Cunningham one especially, he held up I think it was the centre and left guard based on where the tackle was, well enough with a double team to open up the lane, the A gap for Cunningham to make the tackle. As here comes Hooker.
Hooker with a quick pass out to Zylstra makes the catch. Well tackled by Williams, number 23. 2nd down. Potentially the Lions only got 1 yard there, I think. 2-step drop and throw, but it was just in the flat to the tight end, and it was really well read by the Falcons. 2nd down and 8. Hooker, play action straight into a man and manages to get rid of it. It's got to be an incomplete pass, surely.
Yeah. to be fair, it makes sense that it was read well because the guy made a tackle, Helms. I swear he used to play for Alabama, so he's kind of got that. I think he was branch before branch in their system.
So, 3rd down and 8. Lions coming out in shotgun, facing the end of this drive early. Takes a snap, is looking left, has to escape upfield, and he's gonna... Oh, a fumble! And recovered by the Falcons. Oh, Hooker. Mate, what are we doing here?
Mm-hmm.
He tried to bail upfield a little bit too early for me, and then he didn't tuck it properly, and when it's exposed, they're going to go after it, and they did. I think the Lions actually went early on that snap, probably should have been called for a false start on the right tackle, and then when he tries to escape, it's hardly even a punch out. It's just a normal wrap tackle.
Yeah.
Not good enough. Grandize is asking if there's any snacks or what's being drunk at the moment. I am on water, but I've only just woken up, really. As the Falcons take the snap, and they look like they were late on that. Did hand it off in the end. Good tackle up front by the Lions in the end, number 64. Weird snap that was, where a few of the Falcons' offensive line didn't move.
Yeah. For me, I have got some Texas barbecue Pringles, and I'm currently on the Coke Zero. But then I do have some energy drinks in the fridge ready because I am I'm pretty likely to have pull on all night, as I said, getting picked up at 6:30 to go for a flag tournament, so I can't really sleep too much.
2nd down and 7 at the 39-yard line of Detroit. Easton Stick under center, takes the snap and hands this one off to Dotson. Tries to bounce outside. Looked like there was a big hold in there. 2 big holds. No flags. 1st down for Dotson. Oh, there's a flag. This should be coming back.
Mm-hmm.
Holding on the offense, number 69. 69 for them is Jack Nelson, the tackle. I did see someone, just totally make it. Oh, that guy on the edge against Rock Yassin is not even funny how much of a hold that is. 2nd down, 17 coming up. I know it's a preseason game, but you really can't do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Can see Nate Lynn out there. Tyleek is leading the troops. He really sticks out, doesn't he?
Yeah. It's like the who's the picture of? The Caden Proctor, for instance. Like you see some of the pictures of him at Alabama, and it's just manic. He looks like a man against boys in the pictures.
Easton Stick alone in the backfield takes the snap. He's going to have to get rid of it quickly. Under pressure to a crossing man in number 81. Number 81 is Dylan Drummond, former Lion.
Yeah, former favourite of mine.
Got a few yards on that crossing route, but still going to leave them in, I think, 3rd and 13, possibly. Something like that. It is 3rd and 13. I break the huddle looking at the end of their drive here, but of course, as they're deep in Detroit territory, they could decide to go for this again if they get another 5 yards or so. As Easton Stick in shotgun with a running back next to him this time. Takes a snap and a 4-step drop here and looking to throw, and a good snag by the receiver. Dylan Drummond gets down to the Lions' 39-yard line. That's going to be 4th down. Really, bullet pass in there, and Drummond just snagged it. Good stuff. Field goal kicker rookie has come on here. It's going to be a long one from 57. Right in the centre on the logo. Good snap, good hold. Looks like it might be going. Oh, it's curved back round, and it's good from
That,
57.
that's a good. That's a weird technique, but it works.
That looked like it was going wide right, and it
Yeah.
just spun all the way back in. It's Blitzkrieg from the Krieg. 3-0 Falcons. The rookie from Germany has the Falcons on the board.
Mhm.
Contrapastan says, sehr gut. I wholeheartedly endorse this comment. Independent Aquaman says, unless Hooker next series and the rest of his playing time today plays properly, his almost interception and then his fumble after running, not even trying to slide, is why the Lions should get rid of him. My problem, I don't disagree that his play has not really merited him being here anymore, but the problem is, in place of
No
who?
one better. Yeah, there's no one better, unfortunately, right now. Especially since our break glass in case of emergency button has already signed with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So
I'm not reading that out, Carlton. You can read it, Ash, but I'm not reading it out.
oh no, let me have a look.
Independent Aquaman says Allen is terrible, but less terrible than Hooker. I'm not convinced of that, but I am convinced they're both not particularly good right now. C Wintas from Twitch, first time chat, says, how's the game so far? It's not been too bad, actually. The Falcons have moved the ball a bit. The Lions in defense have actually looked really good. Lions offense is still absolutely anemic, which is not fantastic, but there we go. Carl says, isn't Teddy quarterback 5 at Tampa? Frankly, he could be 2, couldn't he?
He probably will be. So one of their guys has he has an injury, so that's why they signed him. It's kind of like why the Browns are currently carrying like 2 million QBs.
So the Tampa Bay
Yeah,
Buccaneers depth chart at the moment has Mayfield at 1, Trask at 2, Michael Pratt, Connor Bazelak, and then Teddy Bridgewater. But Bridgewater, for me, potentially is better than Kyle Trask as the kickoff is away. Line drive and caught at the 8-yard line, and the Lions bring it out. And a good return all the way out to the 37, but there is a flag, and this is going to be coming back. Illegal block in the back. Number 18 for the Lions. That is Isaac Tesla. I love that Jen Hale's on the sideline talking about the palpable sense of excitement in Atlanta while literally no one is in the stadium.
Yeah.
No one's there. No one's excited. It's not possible.
It's even emptied in St. Andrews tonight.
All right, we're at the 16-yard line for Detroit after that penalty as Hooker's under center, takes the snap and hands it off, for a gain of maybe 1. That was Craig Reynolds again getting the first team carries. I don't like it, Ash.
Yeah.
Please give someone else reps.
Yeah. He's not there.
Give someone else the reps. 2nd down and 10 after no gain. Hooker in shotgun this time. 4 wide receivers and a running back. Split 2-2. Now a man in motion from left to right is Tom Kennedy, and Hooker checks it down to him on a wide receiver screen, but no gain again there. Good tackle by number 42 for the Falcons, who is Josh Woods, again, former Lion.
There's a load of former Lions that we're going to be seeing today.
3rd down and 10. Not a great series again, but a running play that's not Hooker's fault. A reasonably executed play behind the line of scrimmage for no gain, which is not Hooker's fault. Let's see what he does now on 3rd and 10 with the clock ticking.
Yes, current center.
Hooker takes the snap from shotgun, 2-step drop, now looking to escape right, and he's going to bail with the ball and he's going to run, and he does get the first down, and a lot more runs into a tackle. He's out at the 34-yard line. 22-yard game for the Lions there, getting all the way out of their own red zone, all the way down to, the 38-yard line, sorry.
Yeah, why is he running to the contact? Run out of bounds.
Right, yeah, run out of bounds. Should learn what Tyler Lockett does about avoiding contact.
Exactly.
So Hooker picks up the first down with his legs. Lions 1st down and 10 now with Hooker under center, 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers to his left and a running back. And play action, looking deep to the left and throws, and that looks like holding before the ball got there. Tesla disrupted in his route, but no flag. Brooks in coverage. That looked like he got there a long time before the ball got there. Did you see that as I did as well, that the contact was there a long time before? Cool, good. Not just me. Lions finally putting a little bit of a drive together at the 39-yard line of Detroit. 2nd down and 10. Hooker and shotgun. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, and a running back. Takes a snap, looks for a quick one to the right, and on a wheel route, and Reynolds gets hit hard, incomplete, and wow, that is a defenseless receiver.
Yeah.
Who is making a big, thing of it, but he's going to get pinged here for unnecessary roughness.
Yeah. Craig is shook up.
Yeah, Craig's shook up big time. Defender timed it well to make sure that it wasn't a catch, but man, that is... Oh, he is saying fuck you to the sidelines. It is a clean hit. They're saying in the TV coverage it is a clean hit, and I agree with them. Leads for the shoulder, rocks him. I mean, maybe some of the annoyance is just it's a preseason game, but I think that's fine. To Marco Helms, it is. We haven't had the call yet. Fouls by both teams. Offensive pass interference on Isaac Tesla. Offsetting penalties means it's 2nd down once again. All right, here come the Lions again, 2nd down and 10. Similar looking play design here for Hooker. This time hands it off. A nice evasiveness by number 42 for the Lions. Gets out to the 45. Going to be 3rd down and 5.
So yes, it's Jamaris Moore in for Mr. Craig.
Third and 4. Lions struggling to break the huddle. 13 seconds to go as it breaks. In shotgun. 4 wide receivers out there. Hooker takes a snap. Looking to throw over the middle. And, dropped. It should not have been dropped by Jackson Meeks. It was on the money. 4th down and 4. Hooker put that on the money, and the receiver dropped it. Fourth down and 4. Looks like the Lions are staying out there. No. Box is punting. From the 44.5-yard line, punt is away. Going deep. Fair catch signalled, and wow, he only just got it at the 13-yard line. That's Ilford.
Lucky was the first guy there. Was a gunner.
Cottonwood said Meek's got to catch up if he wants to stay here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The issue for Meeks is there's two guys clearly ahead of him at his position on depth chart with Tim Patrick and Tesla. Right now, it's that Y position. Like, I think, well, depending on the abdominal injury to Lovett, I think both X positions on the 53 are sewing up. Arguably, both Ys are with JMO and Leaf. So it's, do we take another slot option who can do special teams behind Amon Ra? That ain't Nix's game, unfortunately.
See, Winters asks, has Ratledge or Tyreek played yet? And I think the answer is that they've been playing pretty much every rep on their respective sides of the ball.
Yes, very much. Tyreek definitely played all of the first drive, as you mentioned. We definitely saw him in the second one. Ratledge was in for there. He's not playing centre, he's playing right guard. It is Colon who's our centre right now. But I think they'll probably get pulled either now, they've had like 2 drives each, or at the end of the quarter.
Oh, I really, really don't like the fact that in the breaks they're just going and talking about where people are in the NFL Top 100. Like, I like that people like this, but I'm just so bored of it. I don't care where anyone is in the top 100. It doesn't make any difference to me. They'll prove it again this year. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Our good friend Rebecca, formerly from Detroit, now in Cleveland, Ohio, is watching the Browns preseason game. Apparently there has been a first quarter disqualification in the Browns game.
Give me a second. Give me a second. I want to see here.
Snap away. Oh, Stewart with a brilliant tackle on number 38, and he is fired up. Loss of 1, I think. Second down on 11.
Yeah, there's been 2. Rayshon Jenkins for the Browns and Xavier Leggett for the Panthers have both been ejected.
Wow. Right, here come the Falcons breaking the huddle, and it's 2nd and 11, just under 5 minutes to go in quarter number 1. Lions playing press man across the board. Tyreek is still in there, and bring 5. He's going to throw a wheel route. Good throw. Stewart in coverage against number 38 on the side. Number 38, Lamar Jackson. That can't be right. No, Nathan Carter. Sorry, there's 2 38s. It just hit Carter in the head. He should have tried to get out of the way of that. 3rd down and 11. Reasonable coverage. He was less than a yard of room there, but anyway, 3rd and 11. In shotgun with a tight end and a running back. Play clock. It does get it off with 1 second left. Stick looking deep to the left-hand side. Comeback route and complete by Sills, but it is 4th down and maybe 7, so they're going to be punting. Drummond on the catch. Drummond with his 3rd catch of the day already. 4th and 4. Man back to receive is Tom Kennedy. Punt is away. It's a short one, recovered at the 38-yard line, and Kennedy gets himself a few return yards. Maybe 7. And there is a flag again. I tell you what, Dave Phipp is not going to be happy. There's many flags on special teams. Lots of flags in this game so far.
There we go. You're welcome. Well, I'm just playing Discord.
I've read it. Holding is declined. Holding on number 17 of the Lions.
Tesla.
Bootle.
Who's
Tesla's 18. So the Lions were going to be in really good field position, but that's going to set them back.
Yeah.
3-0, 3:50 to go first quarter. Can the Lions put together an offensive drive? Hooker is running out of opportunities in this first half. All right, everyone, how are you feeling so far about the game? I'm really quite positive about what the Lions. Much better, much improved on last week. Carlton Woods hasn't noticed Hassanine, number 61, as he kept out with nothing to prove now. I think he still needs reps, but I haven't seen him yet either.
I haven't seen him either. I think it's Keith Cooper starting at the big end spots of the Pascal role, and then at the other side, it's, in the Hutch role, it's AQ. So Hassanine will probably come on in the second half, replacing AQ, because that's his play style. I'm just trying to scroll through Twitter and see if I can find the footage of the fight. Obviously, caused the ejection in the thing. Because Ant's probably happy because Jalen Coker has scored a touchdown for the Panthers. With Bryce Young throwing the ball to him. So found it.
Carlton was holding on number 43 Gilbert as well. Good snaps for backups. You're also welcome for my joke in Discord.
Yes.
If anyone hasn't already joined our Discord channel, I'm just popping a link for it in YouTube and Twitch. It's a cool place. I really like, actually, the conversations that we have on there with people. There's 20 online at the moment and another 132 offline. It doesn't get overwhelmed with messages, but there's a healthy chat going all the way through the day and night. All right. The Lions take over now at the 29. R.C. Winters has joined us on Discord. Fantastic. Thank you for joining. Lions break the huddle.
Right, let's just still in that right card.
Hooker takes a snap from under centre and hands it off, and that is a big loss. Good tackle by number 95. He's a big boy.
Courier.
Going to be a loss of 3, I think, on that play. Pressure seemed to come from inside there. Ash, maybe centre right guard area.
Centre, yes, centre climb to Barley.
Loss of 3.
Oh.
It says 2, I think it's 3. Second down and 13. Go into I formation. Takes a snap and hands it off again. And that's another bottled up play. It's going to be 3rd down and 12.
That was the right hand side of the line again.
It's not been great.
Mm-hmm.
in Czech Zylstra and number 83 for the Lions, Jackson Meeks. 3rd down and 12. Can the Lions do something here? C. Winter says, sucks that the game isn't televised anywhere outside of NFL Plus. NFL Game Pass on DAZN, if you're international, is the way to be. Hooker, looking to complete deep, checks it down to Zylstra. Not going to do enough, unfortunately. Gain of maybe 5 or 6. 4th down and 7. Josh Woods for the tackle.
Yeah. Zylstra probably wouldn't got the first anyway, but Hooker didn't make it easy for him by sort of looping the ball in there. If he kind of zinged it in, maybe Zylstra could have got a couple of yards yak and maybe got like a 4th and 2 situation, but
punt is away by Fox and recovered at the 26. Good pursuit, but good running away and a nice tackle in the end. Flag on the play. Tackle was by number 15 for the Lions. That is Grant Stewart. Illegal blindside back by the return team, so they're going to be set back. Special teams is really pushing back both teams right now.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at a fairly low-scoring first quarter here, both teams.
Mm-hmm. As Byers hits a 2-run sort of hit to get the Tigers 3-1 up against the Angels.
They need something.
Yes, yes, we do. Oh, so Nate Lynn starting at the big end spot.
Mm.
Should have realised. And yep. So it's
1st down and check down to Dylan Drummond and a nice tackle in coverage by number 30.
So it's AQ at the rush end spot, Tyleek at the 1 tech, 3 tech is Keith Cooper, Nate Lynn is your big end.
It's a play action boot and just release the wide receiver in the flat after the edge decides to go and take the quarterback. It's now 2nd down and 7 at the 16-yard line of the Falcons in shotgun, in 11 personnel, takes a snap and hands it off, running up the middle. Really nice crash down by the Lions edger rusher there. Probably gain of 3 for 3rd down and 4.
Yeah, just ran straight into AQ. Like, wasn't really a cut there.
Nice reaction, though, by AQ coming in when he did.
Yeah.
3rd down and 2. Apologies. No, it's definitely 3 because you can see where the ball is. 3rd down and 3 in shotgun. 4 wide receivers split 2-2. Takes a snap. 1 step drop. Looking right. Coming back to the left. And incomplete. He really threw that in there to Blair. Rifled it when it was only a short distance. And it's going to be 4th down. And the Falcons are leaving the field.
So far, defense is looking a lot better.
Do you think the throwing has kind of let us off a little bit?
Oh, yeah, definitely. But especially the linebacker room now compared to the Hall of Fame game looks a lot better, which is helping obviously both sides of the ball there in terms of deep line and secondary.
Hunt was sliced and caught by Kennedy, tackled from behind, good coverage down at the 35-yard line, 15 seconds to go in this half.
Billy Bowman Jr. Mad.
Time for maybe one more play in this first quarter. There has not been much offense to shake a stick at so far.
Mm-hmm.
15 passes, only 9 completions between the two teams. The Lions have 5 air yards. Eastern Stick has 42. Not ideal either way. All right. Hooker under centre in 11 personnel and hands this off, running back with a gap. Reynolds gets himself about 6 yards there, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter. And here are the stats at the end of the first quarter. It is 3-0 Falcons. Eastern Stick 6-9 for 42. Dotson 3 for 4 on the ground, 1 up on for 8 in the air. Dylan Drummond 4 catches out of 4 targets for 19 yards. Hooker 3 of 6 for 5. Jabari Small 1 carry for 6 yards, and then Shane Zylstra 2 of 2 for 6 yards. Yes, he has more receiving yards than Hooker has. Passing yards, Ash, not particularly inspiring on offense so far, but the defense has come to play.
Yeah, like first drive definitely kind of on Hooker in terms of the offense stuff. We threw the ball 3 times, wasn't quite there. The second drive, I'd say Hooker definitely was more dialed in. Obviously, the drop by Jackson Meeks really didn't help things. But yeah, and then special teams has been dire. Like we've had one good return. Tesla had a good gunner snap, but the amount of flags on the special teams, not good. Not when that has to kind of harp on about as the thing you want to be perfect, to be that little edge to help you win games. But the defense has been pretty damn good. I know we're currently losing the game, but the defense has been pretty damn good. Linebacker plays been a lot better than last week, as I said. Defensive line's looking a bit more stout. The secondary has looked good. Nick Whiteside, who has been starting, it seems, as on his corner spots, has looked pretty damn good. I'm pretty happy. Just it'd be nice to sort of get one full drive out of the offense that ends in a score.
Carlton would put out there that apparently Broderick Martin isn't in Atlanta. Has that been confirmed? Question mark.
I have not heard that. I'll try and keep an eye out for him, but wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting if he's not there. That doesn't bode well for his future.
Yeah.
I am looking forward to tomorrow. My best mate is staying over with his wife. We are having homemade Chinese. We're going to go and watch the Balloon Festival. Don't know if you saw any local Bristol news. Ash, I'm sure you didn't. But it's the Balloon Fiesta this weekend. Hot air balloon fiesta.
Nice.
Lots and lots of them around. But one of them on a trial run this morning had a bit of a mishap when they crashed into a school. As Hooker hands off to Reynolds, who gets himself a first down. Really well done with some side steps and movement. Turns what could have been a gain of 3 yards into about 6 or 7. First down and 10 Detroit. Yeah, I don't know what happened there with the hot air balloon stuff, but it just kept losing altitude and couldn't stop. As Travion Henderson has a return touchdown.
Yeah.
Very first play of the game. And he's on the board. As the Lions have 2 men on the offensive line going from left to right. And another handoff from Hooker. And that one goes for no gain. Going to be at the Lions 49.
Tate still in. There's Jalen Walker.
Danny Mac.
Yeah, Henderson. Oh, yeah, you go.
No, it's cool.
So say Henderson, yeah, I've heard with me looking through all my stuff on Twitter, supposedly he might be their RB1 entering the season, which I obviously didn't want to say because people I play fantasy with might listen to this, and I don't want them to get the little scoop on me that I might be drafting him a bit higher than his ADP.
Nice pass there by Hedden and Hooker for the first time to Jackson Meeks in the breadbasket for a gain of 10 and a first down for Detroit. As
Nice
the
little
Lions
stick
huddle up.
concept. Nice little stick concept. I'm liking this. They're doing a lot of relatively easy throws for Hendon, like quite easy reads as well, especially on the front side.
Hooker in shotgun in 11 personnel, and this one's a quick throw to Kennedy with Tesla blocking, and Kennedy manages to break free on the wide receiver screen with Tesla blocking for him for a gain of about 15 and another first down for Detroit. They are marching for once. Danny Mac asks what homemade Chinese stuff I'm doing. So we're not actually doing egg fried rice. We're just going to do normal rice. But apart from that, we've got char siu pork. We've got OK beef. We've got not homemade prawn toast, but we've brought it in. Yellow bean prawn. It's going to be a good array of stuff. I'm looking forward to it. Lions at the 27 of the Falcons. Hooker under center. Struggled with that snap, but did recover it. Out to Jabari Small. Tried to cut back inside. Couldn't quite manage it. Down at the 25-yard line. Second down.
Shedeur Sanders has thrown his first NFL touchdown to former Lion Caden Davis.
I thought you were going to say it's pick six.
I honestly wish it was. I wish it was. I'm that petty.
Second down and 8. 12 minutes to go in the half. Hooker under center. Takes the snap. Play action to dump it off to the tight end, Shane Zylstra, and the blocker rocks him back for a gain of nothing. Yeah. Third down, 7 or 8 to go. Brian Shook says no almond boneless chicken. I have no idea what that is, but no. I mean, apart from the words, which I clearly obviously understand, but no. Char siu pork is elite, by the way.
Yes, it is. And I'm a fussy eater, so if I like it, then.
Hooker on third down and 6, stepping up and out of pressure, tucks it and runs, but can't beat the last man. Down he goes at the 20. It's going to be 4th down and 1.
Oh, shit. Colon's down. He's fucking looking good as well, and he's on the floor.
Marcus says, Panda Express question mark? No, we are very much making this homemade. I've just made some of the marinades. The chicken is in some groundnut oil and some white pepper and salt at the moment. Colon looks like he's going to be alright, does he? Testing out his right arm by twisting his hand suggests it's sort of shoulderish. Oh, they called him Cologne. That's nice of them.
Mm-hmm.
It smells better than Colon.
Very true.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't even give Shedeur credit for that. I've just seen the touchdown he threw to Caden Davis, and that's very much Caden Davis bailed him out, throwing into double coverage kind of touchdown, and a nice touchdown.
Brian Shook says that the almond boneless chicken is a nostalgia popular dish in Detroit area Chinese restaurants, also popular in Seattle after Chinese restaurateur relocated from Detroit. I would say who knew, but clearly Shookmeister does. So, I mean, I would say generally the most popular dish in the UK from a Chinese is going to be sweet and sour chicken balls, probably. Which is fine, and I have made that before. It's okay. It's great from Chinese, although don't let the sauce just cool because it turns into a jelly.
Oh yeah. I'm a salt and pepper chicken kind of guy.
Love salt and pepper anything. Sarah loves anything with prawns in Chinese cooking, so salt and pepper prawn is generally what she goes for. Grandizer, you said the Bradford City Stadium fire of 1985. I have no idea what you're talking about, but it was 5 years before I was born.
You don't know about that?
No.
It's up there with obviously Hillsborough as one of the worst. As one of the worst, like, things to happen in English football in terms of like disasters. It was not good.
I had no idea. Mike D. Barker asks whether they're going for it. I mean, we're just in an injury break right now, so I have no idea. Mark says try a little fourth and go for it. I would be keen for them to go for it here. Who cares whether they actually get a field goal here or not? It doesn't really make any difference. We're content with Fox.
Yeah.
It's more than one, by the way. It looks like 4th and 3, but the Lions are going for it.
Quickly by the context, that fire, 56 dead, 265 injured.
Wow. Hooker takes a snap. Falcons look like they're bringing pressure well on the money to Tesla for a first down.
Thank you for when I kept saying for a year and a half now, we need an X for these kind of situations. So that's why. Because they do at least the camera, yes. Cam just about shows it, but I like how Tesla on that. I know he's obviously come open, but then he's anchored himself not only to make himself available for Hooker, but then if the DB tries to come for the ball where it's in the air, he's boxed him out of his body.
1st and 10 at the 13. Hooker in shotgun, condensed formation, and a little toss play to the right. Got an offensive lineman in front of him too, but couldn't do much more than get himself 2 before going out of bounds at the 11. 2nd down and 8.
That's Mason Miller on right tackle. That was in sort of the lead blocker there.
Yeah, the balloon crash into a school. No one was hurt. The balloon was managed to get back in the air and continued on. It was just something quite funny. Hooker in the shotgun formation with 4 receivers, including a tight end. It was flexed out. Hooker, fumble again, and recovered by the Falcons.
Oh! Fuck's sake.
It's Groundhog Day.
Agurican again for Hooker at centre.
For colon.
Yeah, sorry. Maybe you know what? Maybe that's what's going wrong. We need to try Agurican at quarterback.
Falcons take over. The edge rush got there.
Arnold Ebekete. You can remember, Jesus, can you remember when he came out? Because there was a massive thing, wasn't there, with him and the other edge that I really liked in that class. Who was it?
I don't think that was necessarily Hooker's fault. Clean win on the edge and
against Mason Miller, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Hooker had 2.5 seconds there to throw. It wasn't like he was holding the ball a massively long time.
Yeah.
Carlton just asked that question, how long did Hooker have in the pocket? It didn't appear to be a massively long time on that rep, I don't think.
Like 1.5 seconds.
Do you think it was that short? I'm not sure it was that short.
I think it was a quick pressure. I think it was just, as you say, just a clean win. So I think it was just, 1.5 seconds, 2 seconds, not. He wasn't even fully down in his thing when he cleaned the thing. Though, get credit to Hooker. Last week he would have done that and tried to bail. This time he actually steps up in the pocket. Obviously it didn't work, but it's just like slightly better tendency than what we were seeing last week.
Contrapastan says, man, I like Arashika, but every time I notice him, he's getting ragdolled. To be fair, though, even though I'm sure what you mean is I'm noticing him a lot, you only notice offensive linemen when? Every time. I thought the rush came across right tackle, Carlton.
It did. It was right tackle. Arashika, maybe on that one he did bad, but he played really well last week in the Hall of Fame game. He was the one that swung a couple of blocks for the big Craig Reynolds runs.
While we're here and while we're in break, I just wanted to remind you guys that in 8 days' time is our next preseason game and our 24-hour show. We've got an amazing array of guests from a lot of the print media guys to podcasters in the US. I'm sure you've heard me talk about it before. There will be some fan call-in segments. There will be a quiz. There's going to be a look back to our first show and some tidbits from that. So it's going to be a really, really fun thing, and I hope you guys can make it. We're going to be live from 7 p.m. Eastern on the Friday evening. As it's 1st and 10 for the Falcons. Snaps away, handoff, run to the right, run straight into the arms of a Lions player, number 53.
Owasko.
Indeed it is. 2nd down and 10, maybe 11. Grandizer said, do you have the guest list? I can bring it up in just a moment. Here come the Falcons, 2nd down and 11. Stick takes a snap, looks left, now comes back to the middle. Is going to throw deep. Really well done by the Lions. Slightly overthrown anyway, 3rd down and 11. There's a flag. Roughing the passer on number 99 for the Lions, who is Broderick Martin.
Oh, so he is there.
He's there and he's doing things. Maybe not what we wanted him to do, but never mind.
Yeah.
Come on, Broderick. Right, 24-hour show. The first 6 hours, hopefully, are going to include Jeremy Reisman, Chris Buffett, Nick Baumgartner, the Talking Grit podcast, the Fan Call-In, and Dave Burkett. So that's people from Pride of Detroit, The Athletic, and the Detroit Free Press, respectively. We then should have Jeff Risdon at 2 p.m. UK time. That is 9 a.m. Eastern. We'll then have a quiz, Lions Dolphins live, post-game reaction, and a fan call-in to finish. There's a lovely throw-on time for the Falcons too. Who else? It's Dylan Drummond once again, who is doing the most in this game on both sides. In zone coverage, and he just beats it well, finds the hole nicely, and Easton Stick finds him. 1st down and 10 Falcons. I'm going to answer your question, Cropmaster John Rob, in just a moment. Falcons are at the Lions 44 as they are progressing down the field. Stick hands this one off, and really lovely hit by the Lions, number 61. Ahmed Hassanin with the tackle. So, new chatter on Twitch. Thank you for being with us. Cropmaster John Robb says and asks, why are the Lions popular in the UK? Ash, never mind just us, but generally speaking, I think the Lions are probably in the top 10 of supported teams. Maybe over here.
Maybe, I don't know. Like, I wouldn't say we are, because
false start by the Falcons.
I wouldn't say we are, because we're not really pushed much by the sort of media here. So the new deals coming in, my hopefully will be benefit for. But like, you go into the clothing stores that stock NFL clothing, we're not one of the ones that get it. It's like the Giants, the Raiders, the Bears, the Packers, the Patriots, like those kind of teams that are. And my experience seeing people who play flag football with me, there's a couple of guys, but it's mostly the Jags, because obviously they get pushed a lot over here. And those kind of big teams that were big in the 80s when football was on a terrestrial TV, it was free to watch. So people grew up seeing like the 85 Bears, the Dolphins when they were good, and the Marino, that kind of thing. So they're definitely a growing team over here, because they're obviously getting better. We're getting picked up a bit more by the media, but I wouldn't say we're in the top 10 right now, unfortunately. If anything, we're probably in the bottom 10, just because
really?
Small market.
I don't agree. From having gone to 15 games in London, I think I see the Lions jerseys far more than average. Far more. And maybe that is people who go to games as opposed to general fans out there.
Yeah.
As the Lions
Just
hold on
Rock
third
Ya-Sin.
down, it's 3rd and 7. Good tackle by Rock Ya-Sin. Dylan Drummond's 6th or 7th catch so far of this half. They really are feeding him.
Yeah.
Should be 4th down and 4 or 5 here. Just from my own perspective, when I went to the Hippodrome after a game in London to go and watch the rest of the Sunday slate, Lions had a really big contingent in that setting. Just it's all anecdotal, right? But that's all we have to go off. So you haven't seen a lot of it. I have. So that is what it is. I do think that, for me, the Lions, in terms of how good they've been as a team or the players that they have had on their team, as the Falcons punt away, directional kick towards the sideline into the end zone for a touchback. If you have a look at the big player, when we've had big players, if you have a look at Calvin and Stafford, obviously that has been at a time where things have been a bit more televised here, so that has brought in some fans. Stafford was one of the reasons why I was a Lions fan originally, but looking before then and sort of the big players that we had previously, it's people in the 90s, and that is not it's a bit of dead time in American football history over here in the UK. The teams that have a bit of push historically were big in the 80s. That's why you see Bears, Dolphins, Kansas City Chiefs, that sort of thing being big at that time, and that's going to carry it on. There was a lot of TV, relatively speaking, the NFL, and then it went dead through the 90s and noughties before coming back late noughties, early 2010s. So there we go. The response from Cropmaster says, I've only encountered a few English people and they have been Lions fans. Seems like a pattern. I will say there's a burgeoning podcaster community of UK fans of all teams. There's only very few that don't have their own UK podcast. I'm not aware of many that have more than one, but if you count Ireland, then there's a few bits of crossover there. There's some really, really big fan groups and some really, really well-run UK fan groups of all teams, and doing what we do, especially during the draft, we get exposed to a lot of the guys who do that sort of thing. So Kansas City Chiefs have had a really long-running one. Who was it who celebrated their 40th anniversary? It was the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They were coming on and they were going over to Tampa Bay to celebrate the UK fan group's 40th anniversary. And they brought over several hundred members to go to Tampa Bay for a game. I mean, it sounded fantastic. So generally speaking, the NFL is just growing and really, really well supported over here. And because you have to be a maniac to stay up for some of the games here, the fans are a bit more fanatical than the average American fan, I would say. Having said that, you go to a tailgate and they're all mental.
Kyle Allen's coming in at QB.
Oh, early?
Mm-hmm. Either they've seen enough from Hooker or something's happened and he's nursing an injury. I'll try and...
So at the 20-yard line, he had fumbled in his last play, didn't he? So
yeah.
Kyle Allen then under centre. Lots of movement before the snap, and Allen hands that off to the running back. Jabari Small, very elusive in there, got hit a couple of times but stayed up before a gain of about 2 or 3. Looked like someone remained down there for the Lions.
Yeah, Jeremy's confused by the Hooker benching.
2nd down and 7. At the 23. Needs to get to the 30 to convert. In shotgun. Takes the snap, almost dropped it. Allen, quick throw out to Tom Kennedy. Gets himself 1 yard. It's going to be 3rd down and 6, but there's a flag. Holding on number 65. That is the Kingsley Ogwakin. He has not had a good preseason so far.
Not at all.
Grandizer said, I found a Dolphins content creator in Brazil back in 2019. One person, she was young, talked 3 languages. I got the impression her channel was more about the young 20s life. Sounds fun. Second and 17. Gracken on at centre. Allen in the shotgun. Takes a snap, fake handoff, play action, looking to throw deep. Does throw deep. Let's go.
That's a beautiful
ball. What a beautiful throw to Jackson Meeks. Ball. Jackson Meeks. And he's going to push. Oh, he almost pushed through. Got down to the 18-yard line. That's a way to...
throw.
That's a way to electrify everybody. That's a great throw.
That was 1 yard away from perfection.
Jackson Meeks broke through... Cover 4 versus verticals. Jackson Meeks with a good catch deep. Lovely slight angle on his run. The referee did a good job to get out of the way there because it looked like he was going to be the defender on that play. At the Atlanta 19 now, and Carl Allen escaping pressure, and he's going to run for... He's going to run for some and manages to get out and gain 9 yards.
What the...
Second down and 1.
I'm just trying to spot whoever's playing right guard now because I believe that is not Tate Ratledge. Yeah, and you're saying Mooty's in. Hell yeah.
And Sawstall's in, apparently. Oh, wow, he didn't get credited for quite a few yards there. Second down and 3. I formation. And now the fullback comes into a tight end position. And Allen hands it off. And a really good rush by the Falcons. Good tackle. And it's going to be 3rd down and 2. Brooks for the tackle.
Oh.
2:45 to go in this first half.
Sawstall's in.
I don't see Sawstall.
Sawstall is in. He's playing on left. He's playing right guard.
Aha.
Mooty's in at left guard, which means our Sheik has probably done for the day. He's shown enough, etc.
Allen in shotgun, looking left, and throws a little touch pass to Tesla. Touchdown, Detroit. What a lovely throw. What a lovely route. And he had to get aggressive on that catch. He went and got it. And that is his first Detroit touchdown.
And Detroit's first lead in this preseason.
Lovely wheel route. And the defender got there slightly early. How he came down in bounds and actually caught the ball at all. What great play by Tesla. Mm-hmm. That might be him done for the day. And if it is, what a way to sign off.
Exactly.
From the left hash, PAT. Snap good, hold good. 7-3. It's been a fairly tepid game so far, electrified by 2 passes from Kyle Allen. The first was to Jackson Meeks for 68 yards, and then he finishes it off with a second completion for 11 yards to Tesla for the touchdown and a Detroit lead.
Exactly. I know they're going to show the Falcons dominating the trenches. I really want to see that Tesla catch again because I think that's one of it demonstrated one of the traits that's really going to make him stand out, which is he's very much a hands catcher. He doesn't, some might just use their bodies to think. He naturally goes and takes it with his hands. He reaches out for it rather than letting it come to him.
How good has the Lions' run defense been so far tonight? Elijah Dotson has had 5 carries for no yards.
Exactly. Oh, here the Lions put it up. So look.
Atlanta rushing the ball tonight, 7 carries for 4 yards. And Dylan Drummond is 7 for 7 for 56 yards. Great day for him so far. Carlton says if Jamarco Jones isn't playing injured question mark, that is correct. Then only
Yes,
Nice is the person as a backup offensive lineman yet to play tonight.
that makes sense.
Independent Aquaman says Hockett is gambling too much with his NFL career. That is why he keeps making costly errors. He's too immature despite his age. I don't think it's immaturity. I just think he's not that good. Unfortunately. Anyway, kickoff is about to come. Let's see if we can get one more offensive drive in this half, shall we, everybody?
Yeah.
I do think with Allen, having seen what he's done in the league so far in his career, having seen what he's done so far in this off-season, he's got to be firmly a QB2 now. I mean, if we're looking at actually trying to win the Super Bowl, and it is, merit of who's good enough, then he's definitely shown what he can as the return comes out to the 32. All right. Coming up to the 2-minute warning, 2:15 to go. At the 30-yard line. Sticking 11 personnel in shotgun. Takes the snap. Looking for a quick throw to the left and gets it. Versus DiCaprio. Bootle gains about 5 yards there. Second down at 5. Should be the 2-minute warning.
Yeah. And you can't moan at Booty for that. It was a natural pick on him where his receiver, the Booty was covering initially, runs like a kind of, well, a go in a way, throws him out, and then there's the one coming underneath, and Booty just has to come down and crash onto the shorter route. But because the receiver's in his way, it's within 5 yards, it's a natural pick.
Yeah, and I think the way the route was run, he basically has
Yeah.
played as perfectly as he can. He's minimised the number of
Exactly.
yards available to the offense,
Yeah, exactly.
My legs are aching so far.
Oof.
I don't know why. Two minutes to go in this first half, and then I need to go and get myself another drink that isn't water.
Fair.
Might have to get myself some chips. This has been a much better game than last week.
Yeah. Offense looks a bit more together, fumbles aside. Defense looks a lot better. Special teams is finally starting to look like it usually does.
Chris Perfett says, I'd like to start calling Tesla EV. I think it works, but what do I know? I quite like that.
Yeah.
Carlton just had Miles Adams and Mitch Goudet on that last play. And Mark is saying Tesla looks great. He really, really does. I am so excited by what he might be. I was let's say I was decidedly whelmed when we picked him, given how much we went and gave up to get him, I should say. But
Yeah.
surpassing all expectations so far. Contrapastan says Ford Lightning is much, much, much better than the Cybertruck, though. I mean, a shining turd in the sun is better than the Cybertruck. One Pride says, "What's up, fellas? Tesla's first touchdown, first of many. Very much is, as the Falcons come out of the 2-minute warning, 2nd down and 5. Under pressure, throws quickly to the left-hand side. Poole with tight coverage, but a really nice catch by number 19 for the Falcons. That is Chris Blair. First down and 10 at the Lions 35. Contrapastan asks how the Ioniq is. I am so enjoying driving. It's amazing. I'm so happy with it. I will be happier when I get my home charger installed, because at the moment I'm on a 3-pin plug to charge it, which is not ideal. But the range on it's so big I don't have to worry too much. As this snap has a quick screen out to the right-hand side, and well tackled by Hassanine. Good hustle on Dylan Drummond. 8 catches now for Dylan Drummond on the half. 2nd and 4, quick play and another throw to number 19. Chris Blair again for a first down. Lions defense looks gassed. Why not take a timeout here, boys? At the 17, and Easton Stick with a quick throw to number 47. And Solomon gets... Oh, no. Who is that?
Simon.
Thank you. Gets out of bounds. 39 seconds to go. Torch the Lions on this series. 2nd and 6. In shotgun once again, 11 personnel, takes a snap, looks right, quick throw on a wheel route concept, touchdown! Flag on the play, but that's going to be DPI. It will be declined, and Blair puts the Falcons back up in front. Lovely throw on the money. So we will see another offensive series for the Lions, and they're going to have 3 timeouts to get all the way down the field. PAT looked like it was going slightly to the left, but it is good. 10-7. Easton Stick with an exceptionally efficient performance so far.
Yeah. It's worth noting, though, pretty much the entire defense, at least the secondary and defensive line, was been swapped out. Like Hassanine's in, Project Martin's in, Eric Hallett's in, because he obviously just gave a touchdown. DiCaprio Bootle's in, Kennelly's in. So it's very much now the third string, so it's got a bit easier for him.
All right, kickoff coming up. Drive and driven really well, recovered by Reynolds and hit at the 17. Really nice kickoff, just a little line drive chip up. No chance for the Lions to catch that on the full, and because it was directional, it was going towards the corner. Love to see that happen a bit more. I know that's what the Lions were trying last year in the preseason, but, Fox just couldn't get it right. Not Fox, Bates. Bates couldn't get it right.
Yeah. And he tried it again last week and he just couldn't get it right either.
All right. 30-second drill for the Lions. What can we cook up here? 5 wide on this play. No, we're not. 4 wide. Sorry. Allen takes a snap. Trying to escape upfield. He fumbles, but gets back on it. And that'll probably be the end of the half.
Yeah.
Right. Brandon Dorset. It is halftime. And here are your halftime stats. Falcons lead 10-7. Easton Stick 15 of 18 for 149 and a touchdown. Carter, the running back leader for Falcons, 2 for 4. And Dylan Drummond 8 for 62 and a terrific half by him. For the Lions, Carl Allen 2 of 2 for 79 and a touchdown. Craig Reynolds 6 for 14 and Jackson Meeks 2 of 3 for 77. We said that for his drop, he needs to make those stay on this team. Well, he has repaid it in a big way. Hendon Hooker otherwise was 7 of 10 for 37 in an uninspiring performance. He was also 3 carries for 27 yards on the ground. On defense, no one for the Lions has more than 3 tackles, and the people have 3 tackles: Nowaski, Kennelly, Cunningham, Bootle, and Rock Yassin. 1 sack for the Lions by Mohammed, and 3 other TFLs: 1 by Broderick Martin, 1 by Grant Stewart, and 1 by Trevor Nowaski. For the Falcons, 1 sack in there was by Epikete, and 3 other TFLs by Josh Woods, Rook Orohoro, and Taquan Graham. Lions have had 3 fumbles, 2 lost, both by Hooker. And otherwise, kicking has been perfect. Punting has been pretty good by both teams too. Nothing else to write home about. Ash, I'm just going to leave you for a second. What's your thoughts on the first half?
Well, can't really say too much because, as I said, most of the defense was changed out for that last drive. So Bootle wasn't that way in. So that's why Stick looked as good as he was. But for the most part, pretty happy with this half. Just a shame the QBs can't seem to hang on to their balls. But this is not too bad. We've seen much worse. We've definitely seen much worse. Like, yeah, Manu, yeah. There's a few snaps where there was enough clean pocket that could kind of, focus on him. He did look good. Bit robotic with the kick steps, but that's to be expected. And yeah, the first half we've gone pretty well. I might even be able to have an hour nap before hour 2 nap before I have to get off to get ready to get driven for an hour and a half to a flag football tournament, which during our Discord, I'll put the link in there to the schedule so you can see the scores. As my team probably gets ripped apart, but hey ho, is what it is. Yeah, Roderick's in it. He had that. There was one drive where he was in where it was pretty much perfect. It was the one where we got him 3 and out, perfect drive for him. But again, it's something that I'm probably going to have to go back and watch the All 22 for. Luckily, I've got a whole week to do now because we're not doing a show on Monday, so I've actually got time to go back and watch Scheme and that. So that's going to be fun. That's going to be fun. Oh yeah. Tesla looks good as well. He's obviously probably not come out in the second half. Be more Meeks and League Taylor, Ronnie Bell, probably more Tom Kennedy, unfortunately. But I do it. I was going to say Zach Wharton, the UDFA tight end / fullback, hasn't looked too bad in his snaps either. I've seen him a bit more inline this week and hasn't looked too bad. From at least for my first watch, I might go back and some of these given up 3 pressures of crud. check around the league, you know. Jesus, the Patriots are smashing the what's it called? The Commanders, 20-0 right now. Damn. It's only then they've got 10 minutes left in the second quarter. So that actually might go that might be painful for the Commanders. Damn.
Our game's not been that slow either.
Yeah.
Which game is still at 10 minutes left in the second quarter?
Patriots, Commanders.
Started half an hour after ours.
Yeah. But Jesus. I mean, to be fair, the Commanders are starting Sam Hartman at QB.
That's not going
But
to
then
go well
again,
for them.
but then again, the Patriots have played Drake May for one drive. He was three of, I think one drive. It looks like one drive. 3 of 5 for 12 yards, and then they've put in the passionate Josh Dobbs, 3 of 6 for 31 yards. Drake May got a rushing touchdown as well. Okay. He also lost the fumble. Come on, Drake.
Carlton Wood said about Manu, just said played all snaps, didn't notice him, a good thing.
Yeah, 100%. I said he was a bit robotic with his kick steps, but of that, if that's the only nitpick we've got on him, that's a good thing.
Carlton, you're so right. Says Rehooker, lack of poise, still on learning curve, age 27, deer in headlights, internal clock, runs into contact. Confused face.
Yeah.
He's running out of leeway.
Yep.
I've been bitten on my leg and it's blooming swelling up. It's really annoying. It's horrible. Independent Aquaman saying, should Sanders put on a clinic of a game, just checked his stats, don't know the string of his offensive teammates and or the defense of the Panthers.
Well, I know one of his first touchdown was to Caden Davis, and it was more of a Caden Davis bailed him out of throwing it into double when he was throwing it into double coverage. Then a good throw from him. I haven't seen the second one yet, but can't judge.
11 of 18 for 103 and 2 touchdowns. It's not bad.
Yeah.
Rice is 4 of 6 for 58 and a touchdown.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I was looking through quickly to be obviously said about Hook. I'm looking through some like the QB. Obviously, this year's QB's class as it stands right now. Obviously, taking away all the big ones, but you've got Sam Levitt, the ASU quarterback. He's in this one. Miller Moss from Louisville. He's good. Carson Beck, Eli Holstein, Mensa from Duke. He's good. Please don't take Josh Hoover. Rocco Beck, the Bexicle, Iowa State. No one loves him. Malachi, Connor Weigman, who's obviously who said will win the Heisman last year. He obviously didn't. Cade McNamara, if you really want to run that back. This guy's even Jake Garcia from ESU, who's in this class, and he's relatively good. So there's options. If we do have to move on from Hooker, there are options for us to look at. Just don't want to obviously ruling out just yet.
By the way, eating some of the best chips ever made.
Fair. Yeah.
In M&S. They're really, really nice, but they're quite spicy. Can't ask whether Manu is up against James Pearce. I haven't noticed James Pearce.
He is managed been up against James Pearce and Jalen Walker, yes.
Have they both been playing, have they?
Yep. They're technically their backups right now. Their starting edge rushers are Ebekete, who obviously got the sack fumble on Hooker, and Leonard Floyd.
Walker is on the stat sheet with 1 tackle.
Yeah.
But Pearce is not. Should hopefully be coming out of the half fairly shortly, guys. Anyone you're looking to see in the second half? Anyone you've seen enough of who's still in the game at the moment? Let us know.
Yeah.
Anyone that you think should be shut down now after having played in the first?
Tesla, for sure. Craig, obviously. Shut him down now. That's about well, and then like Brock Yasin, Al Qadir Mohammed, but they're both already shut down because they're veterans. Now it's just a battle of the guys to potentially make the back of the practice squad. Ooh, nice, come out of focus there for a second.
The Americans of the audience have gone, wait, those are American chips. And it's like, they are. Tortillas, yes. Yeah, Carlton Wood reacting to the news that James Pearce is number 27. Have you ever seen a less elite number for a pass rusher? It's a terrible number choice. I think I'll be behind anything in the 50s, anything in the 90s, anything single digits, but something in the 20s feels weird. Feels like a skill position player on offense.
I said the 60s as well. I don't mind 60s as well on a pass rusher. That's why I loved AQ's number last year.
So these chips, for the guys in the chat who are asking, they're an own brand of the poshest store in the UK. I think M&S Food is probably the poshest food store. Ash is going to come in on this eventually.
Waitrose.
I think M&S is comfortably posher than Waitrose.
Not in my area.
Price-wise, it is. M&S is more expensive.
I know more people that shop at M&S than Waitrose. And the people that I know that do shop at Waitrose, they are posh. They are like,
I guess
drive you a Land Rover Evoque, like your Range Rover Evoque that's in white, that they get like properly valeted every week, kind of posh.
I guess what I would say is M&S feels accessible to all, is expensive, and it's for like aspirational people as well as toffs, whereas Waitrose is pretty much toffs exclusive. Those are the chips there. As we're about to come out of the half, kickoff is away. Another line drive bounces at the 19. Good kickoff. Well recovered though by the Lions. Little trip.
Small. I do love M&S though, especially their bakery.
Bakery's good. I find that M&S stuff is really hit and miss. What they do well, they do very well. But what isn't good is really bad. And also because of the price, you expect everything to be really, really good. I follow a TikTok account called Becca Eats Everything. She's awesome. She's from Gloucester, which is not too far away from me. And her thing basically with M&S is basically the same as mine, which is what is good is awesome, but there's too much shit there. So, first down was a run for about 3 yards, second and 7. Carlton says, do you find Waitrose in less ... affluent areas? No, I don't think so. Play action for Allen. Almost slips and he goes down for a sack. That's by number 92.
Kareem. Khalil Kareem? Khalil Kareem? Kareem?
Going to be a loss of about 5 or 6 on the play, potentially. Maybe more.
Early free.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Third down and 9. Be a quick end to this first drive of the second half. At the 29-yard line. Allen in shotgun. Takes a snap, 3-step drop, looking over the middle for a crossing route and gets it. And that's a first down for the Lions. Really well done by number 10. There is a flag. It's in the backfield, but it is on the Falcons. Roughing the passer. 15-yard penalty added to the end of the play. And that was a good rep for Ronnie Bell on a crossing route. Oh, hitting the head to Kyle Allen. It was kind of pushed into it, the defender, a little bit. Manu, that was, against Malone. First down for the Lions.
The former Western Kentucky Hilltopper.
Nice is in at centre, Aguakin to right guard, apparently, says Carlton Wood.
I will try and spot, but that sounds about right.
First down and 10 at the Falcons 42.
Yeah.
Allen under centre this time. Horton ending the game at tight end. And a run play contacted in the backfield. Right tackle really struggling here. Gets out to the 41-yard line. Second down and 8. Lions showing sign of life on offense. Number 48 in the backfield for the Lions. That is Jacob Sailors. Play action, but he's run into trouble. Kyle Allen manages to stay up and decides to run it himself out at the 39-yard line, picking up 2. Could have chucked it away or tried to throw it downfield, but couldn't manage it. Independent Ackman saying our running game is sucking this game. Terrible OL backups and all terrible handoffs and all terrible running backs. I mean, you could say it's terrible play all around.
Yeah.
Third and 7. Well done by Allen. He could have gone down for a sack there, managed to keep his feet and gained about 15 yards from where that contact was made. Third and 7. Allen in shotgun, 3 to the left, 1 to the right. 3-step drop, looking for a deep one to the right-hand side, 1-on-1, incomplete.
So through.
Looking for Malik Taylor. 29-year-old man from out of Ferris State. Lions on 4th and 7 are going for a field goal. 57-yard attempt coming up to match the Falcons' 57-yarder earlier. From the right hash is on favoured side. Snap good, hold is good, and this one is drilled straight down the middle with about 10 to 15 yards to spare. Impressive kick. And the Lions tie it up at 10-10. That was a great kick, Ash.
Was, yeah. Like, it's nice to see. Obviously, this may be the reason we haven't got, other guys in. The fact that our special teams unit, that core unit of the three, just work together so well.
Yeah.
You can tell that they hang out at the weekends and that and really know each other.
Grandad said, so far no bots today, and Ronnie, you can ring my bell. Like it. I like it. Carlwood said Kenny Yeboah has been in on the last 2 plays.
Yeah. It's definitely on that field goal kick. Has it been passed up by Orton, maybe?
Nice first drive to start the second half, helped by the personal foul penalty on the roughing the passer, but pretty good. Good third down completion. Wouldn't have mattered despite the personal foul. It would have been a first down anyway. Yeah. Ronnie Bell with that catch, 1 for 114, is his 3rd highest receiver for the Lions now.
It all adds up. Nice to see Jason Garrett do something other than clapping.
I mean, if it means I have to listen to his voice, he's doing something wrong.
True.
He's one of the most monotone characters I've ever heard on TV, and it's really galling.
Mm-hmm.
Long snapper watch Carlton would ask, who is long snapper tonight?
The number 1 long snapper in the league, Hogan Hatton.
Coming out of the break. Falcons GM is in the booth. Matthews with the kick return.
I know number 30. He used to play for the for FSU. Sean Corbin.
Ten's 10 ball game. Going to start us off at the 33-yard line. Going to ignore the fact there's an interview going on because there's also a game going on. Who knew?
Exactly. Almost as bad as last week.
Pistol formation. Who's that? A quarterback? Handoff and tackle from behind. Good play by number 36, Eric Hallett.
Former, I believe it's Emory Jones, the former fucking Florida Gator.
I didn't even know he caught on anywhere, to be honest. 34-yard line now, 2nd and 9. 5 wide. Takes a snap, 2-step drop, looks for a quick throw to the left-hand side. A really nice turnaround for a first down. Who got burned there? That was Eric Hallett getting burned by a wide receiver, number 80.
Nick Nash, who won the Triple Crown last year in college football.
Oh, really?
Most receptions, most yards, most touchdowns. San Diego State.
First and 10 for the Falcons.
I liked him. I did like him. He's just very... His route running is good. It's just he's not the biggest guy. And that's how he plays.
First and 10, and pulled down by Emory Jones. And drops the shoulder and gets to the 42-yard line of Detroit, tackled by Eric Hallett. Been very involved in this drive. He's a bit slight, isn't he, Emory Jones?
Yes. So he was the UDFA, he was picked up by the Ravens. Then he was with the DC Defenders in UFL, and now he's signed on with the Falcons as their like sort of last-ditch guy.
Well, 2nd and 1. Drop the snap. Emory Jones dropped the snap and the running back fell on it, but they're going to lose some yardage there. Maybe lost
Good awareness by Corbin.
2.
Good awareness by Corbin there to fall on the snap.
Could be 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4, something like that. 3rd and 3.5. Don't know why he missed that snap. Shouldn't be no reason for that. It's a bit weak, but 3rd and 3 at Detroit's 45.5-yard line. In shotgun, takes a snap, looks to the right, gonna throw, now comes over to the middle. Well done by Emory Jones, well delivered. Pump fake to throw people off, throw to Nick Nash, tackle by Eric Hallett. First down, Falcons. Now at the 32. Jones takes a snap, 2-step drop, looking for a throw to the right-hand side, but just throws that straight out of bounds under pressure. 2nd down and 10.
There's the Emory Jones I know and love.
Ten to 10 ball game, 2nd and 10. In shotgun, takes a snap, 4-step drop, gonna get sacked, gonna go down. That is number 57. Nate Lynn.
Hell yeah.
Really good play, beat his man off the snap and pursued as the quarterback tried to run away from him. Good stuff. And a big loss.
Loss of 11.
3rd and 21. Takes a snap, quick screen. Lots of blocking up front, good tackle down at the 35-yard line. That's Nick Nash again, tackled by number 24, Lauren Strickland. Field goal time.
Dare I say it? Nate Lynn's really making the push to be at the bottom of the roster.
Here's 4th and 13. It's a 53-yard attempt from the left hash for Krieg. That is wide left. So Lions take over with reasonable field position here.
Nothing stupid. Make some nice, smart players. That's all we need.
So the Lions have put some points on the board, and then their defense has shown up again, and they're taking over with a chance to go into the lead again.
Mm-hmm.
Danny Max had lovely play, and Nash was superb for me in college football 25.
Pretty good. Patriots fans better be glad that they haven't got another. They got 2 field goals rather than another touchdown, because currently it's 27-3 in their favour with just in the inside the 2-minute warning the first half in that game against the Commanders. With John Parker Romo kicking a field goal for them.
And we'll be happy. Romo Cop still in the league.
And then his guy, Corey Krosky Merritt's got is currently the leading rusher for the Commanders as well.
Contrapass said that was a great tandem rush by Ahmed and Nate Lynn.
Yeah.
Ahmed is definitely making a push to get more reps in the regular season.
Definitely, yeah. His issue is he's technically third in a position where the guy that's number one in the position will never want to come off the field. And then the second up, he's got a trusted veteran who's been there, done that around the league, and was with us last year in AQ. So
I think you'll find he'll split time with AQ and relief, frankly.
mm-hmm.
AQ's played okay today, though.
Yeah. We say that, and then, at least the eye test obviously will go back and watch it, but I bet PFF will probably ding one of them.
Probably. 2 a.m. here in the UK. Hope you guys are all doing well. Thank God it's Friday, everybody. Weekend coming up.
True.
And here come the Lions at the 42-yard line. Fake throw and run up the middle. Is number 48. Runs into his own man twice, including Natane Muti. As Sailors, I think. Second down and 6. Tony White says, watching you from my hospital bed. Sorry to hear that, Tony. Hope you're on the road to recovery. Whatever the issue is. Grandizer, I have no idea what you're talking about, man. I mean, I think that's I think that's quite normal sometimes, but yes, I don't know what you're talking about. 2nd and 7. Under pressure, Allen dumps it off in a screen, and well done, Lions.
Sailors.
That's a first down, Sailors. Looked like Gwacken got lost there about where he was meant to be, ended up behind to the running back on a screenplay, which is not ideal.
I don't think it was a screen. I think there was such pressure that Allen had to get out of the pocket, and he just had to dart it to Sailors quickly as a dump off because he was about to get sacked for like a 10-yard loss.
But he had a tackle in front of him, and the right guard was also out there.
Because he was blocking it, and then Allen, instead of trying to get into running, he kind of threw it, and luckily Sailors got it, and then it just developed into a screen that way. It was. I don't think it was like a designed one. It was one by circumstance.
Stretch play to Sailors, and he really took it fast and got 9 yards on that run. Much better by the Lions rushing attack. 2nd down and 1. They're looking at the Falcons draft and free agent signings, and they really have gone all in on their defense this year. And frankly, it was so bad last year, they needed to do something. If they can be complementary, there's no reason why the Falcons can't do something this year. 39-yard line, hand off to Sailors. Nice cut, run up the middle down to the 30-yard line. First down, Detroit.
Sailors is showing something. I know last week he didn't really do too much, but this week, another week under his belt, he's definitely showing some stuff.
Yeah, I agree. He's got some speed.
Mm-hmm.
Contrapass said, did Atlanta suddenly sort their D-line? We suddenly look more effective. It's possible.
Yeah.
Allen under center. Takes a snap and hands it off again. Sailors with another good play there. Drop the shoulder and almost like a missile gets down at the 24-yard line.
Oh, you thought I was thinking the other sort of end of the spectrum. It looked like a flopping fish.
Either way, the head was flying forwards and the feet were not on the ground.
Exactly.
2nd and 4 for Detroit, marching down the field. Kyle Allen, the general. Allen with the pass and really nice timing. On that, there is a flag. Came from the backfield. Ronnie Bell with the catch. Illegal contact is declined, and the Lions have another first down on this drive. Thank you, Mile Marker, for deleting the bots. We have them now, unfortunately, but there we go. First time today, so maybe the slowdown mode in the subscribers-only chat is working.
Mm-hmm.
From the 12-yard line, 1st and 10 in I formation. And another run with a fullback in, but ooh.
Nice effective this time.
Every time you drop the shoulder and put the head down like that, I get worried.
Yeah.
2nd down at 10. Looked like he got hit in the shoulder there, Sailors.
Mm-hmm.
Still in the game, though, I think.
Yeah.
Allen from the 12-yard line in shotgun this time. Takes the snap. Quick screen pass to Sailors. Running forward for a gain of 5. 6. 3rd down and 4. Third and 4. Ticking down to 2 minutes to go in this third quarter. At the 6. Can get a first down without getting a touchdown. Hands it off on 3rd and 4. Sailors stays up, but the defenders do get there. He gets 1. It's going to be 4th and 3. And decision.
I'd go for it.
Terry Fontenot says that the Lions are going to go for it. You'd Stan Campbell. He knows as well.
I mean, they did use that as an example for the new coach logic in the new Madden. They was like, oh, yeah, it's 4th and the short. And it's like Dan Campbell, like, blah, blah, blah. And it's like them going for it. And obviously, it working.
They are going for it. Trips to the right. In a condensed formation, they hand it off again. Good pursuit. There is a first down for Sailors down at the 1.5-yard line.
He needs to stop. He needs to stop leaving his feet. No wonder you've got a back. Yeah, you hold your back. You've just slept off your feet again.
The thing about that is if you do leave your feet and your head is the thing leading you forward, if you get contacted in the head, your spine is taking all of the impact. You could get severely hurt.
Exactly.
First down and goal from the 2. And game is stopped for some reason. Virtual measurement. Oh. Landers challenging the ruling on the field of first down. Maybe the knee went down a bit earlier than was recognised. They're going to a break.
Great.
Don't slow the game down, guys. Got bed to go to.
Mm-hmm.
Really glad that all of you guys are here with us watching along. Really appreciate your support. Especially this late at night. I mean, even in the States, it's late. Blooming primetime games, eh? Am I right?
Sure.
So Eastern Six didn't come out for the second half. Emery Jones in relief, 3 of 4 for 35. Also has 2 carries for 9 yards on the ground. He's the Falcons' leading rusher on the day.
God.
Sailors has 8 carries for 31 yards. The next best running back was Craig Reynolds, 6 for 15. So, done significantly better on a couple more carries, but he's got more than double the yards. Oh, Sailors, 9 for 35 now after it updates. The trouble with being a depth running back in this team is that I don't see the team not taking Vaki. So
Exactly.
I don't think you have any shot to stay on the team.
Practice squad.
That's it. You're playing for 200 grand a year tops.
Yeah.
Not to be sniffed at, of course. 200 grand is significantly more than I get paid, but
yeah, same. Plus, the thing is, especially the way our team is, if there is a situation where they need to bring up a running back off the practice squad, the team will do that rather than just going to the free agency market and pick something up. You are going to be the first man up if that does happen.
Yeah, it's true. At the break, the Lions' offense is still on the field. I think. Yeah. First down and goal from the 1.5 yard line. Allen rolls out to his right, throws, touchdown Detroit, number 83. That's Jackson Meeks for number 1 for him. Lions take the lead again. Lovely play by the Lions. Mm-hmm. One that we've seen all too often from our opponents do to us. Carl Allen putting it on the money, and he is putting on a clinic of a day, Carl Allen.
Just fumble aside.
We didn't lose it.
True.
16-10 ball game, P80 to come from the left hash. Snaps good, holds good, straight through the middle. That is such a big change for Jake Bates. P80's always looked a bit iffy through his rookie season until maybe the last couple of weeks, and he started off the season looking excellent from P80's.
Exactly. Long may it continue.
Really encouraging stuff for the Lions. Carl Allen now 7 for 8 for 120 and 2. Very good stuff. Jerry Berry 2007 on Twitch says, "We got this, Lions." Lion emoji. Love it. Yeah, we do. Shut Up Emil says, "Nice." Oh, Independent Aquaman says, "Meeks." Hokey Doo says, "TD." Oh, yeah, Raw Detroit. Hokey Doo says it's 9 p.m. there. Of course it is. It's kind of late. Having a look at the scores in the rest of the league at the moment. Half time in Patriots Commanders 27-3 in favor of the Pats. And Carolina have the ball first and 10 at their own 38, down 14-7. And there has been a turnover in that game. The Browns have it first and 10 at the Carolina 43. interception by Andy Dalton by Needham. Dalton 13 of 19 for 101 and an interception. Shadur Sanders 12 of 21 for 111 and 2. Caden Davis has both the touchdowns for the Browns in that game. Not much offense happening basically in anything going on right now. Patriots doing all of their damage on the ground. Ramondre Stevenson 7 for 36, Antonio Gibson 6 for 26, Trayvon Henderson 1 for 18, Drake May 2 for 16 and 1 on the ground, and Josh Dobbs 1 for 2 and 1. Both quarterbacks have both rushing touchdowns.
Typical TD vultures.
Deep kickoff by Bates, recovered at the 8-yard line, and good pursuit by the Lions down at the 29-yard line. That's where the next set will start.
Mm-hmm.
Coming towards the end of the third. Could be an earlier night than expected right now.
I hope so.
34 seconds to go in this third quarter. Emory Jones under center. Takes a snap and play action. Well protected. Good throw. Caught by 83. Skinner Jr. First down and 10.
That will end the quarter.
Good throw by Emory Jones.
Yeah.
Play action on time in rhythm. And it is the end of the third. So let's show those stats. Lions now up 17-10 after a 10-0 third quarter. Kyle Allen 7 of 8 for 120 and 2. Jacob Saylors 9 carries for 35 yards, and Jackson Meeks 3 of 4 for 78 and a touchdown. Falcons, Easton Sticks still the leader there, 15 of 18 for 149 and 1. Carter 2 for 4 on the ground, and Dylan Drummond, what a day for him, 8 for 8 for 62. Ash, a very positive third quarter on offense for the Lions.
Yeah, definitely. Like, defense has done their thing as well. Be it just Kyle Allen showing why we kind of signed him. And I'm here for it. Like, nice to see, obviously, the touchdown to Meeks. Played, as you said, usually goes up against us. We use it finally and it works. Just everyone kind of doing their jobs pretty much right. The only one that's kind of stood out in a bad way is, as you said, Agurkan missing some things. But that's to be expected.
Ant is going in on Manu in the run game.
Oh, no.
On Discord, he's not happy with him. Apparently there's one rep where he got bested by a DB, which is not ideal.
Ooh. That's probably something I have to go and watch now.
15 minutes left to go in this game. The number of times I'm seeing this blooming Kyle Hamilton VT, I am losing my shit. Please keep it rolling and show you something else. I wish it showed the American ads. I would love to watch some adverts right now.
Same. It's one of the reasons it's definitely a reason why I miss my extra legal streams I used to watch way back when we started doing this.
GA2 Skips says, so many people just eating their season tickets tonight in Atlanta. Nobody is there. Agree. It's like a UFL game.
Mm-hmm.
As we wait to come out of the break, it's been a while.
Can't even say that they're going to watch the Braves instead because they're currently losing 5-1 to the Marlins. So
Yikes. Here come the Falcons then at the 43 of their own half. First down and 10. Emery Jones hands it off, run up the middle. Good gap found.
what a tackle by Whiteside.
He's down injured, Whiteside. That doesn't look good for him. He hasn't moved since the hit.
Oh, it was Norris. It's out cold. I think he got whacked in the sort of as opposed to the tackle where Whiteside was
Oh my
literally
god, he's shaking on the ground.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Oh, when the body starts twitching, you're in trouble. Oh man, I hope he's okay.
That's the fucking God, Patriots game way back when. That situation, remember with that DB? It's that all over again.
Oh my god, that was so bad. Kamikaze on Twitch says, "Rise up, Atlanta." I have to say, my first game I ever saw in person was Lions Falcons in Wembley. What a game that was! Hope you're doing well, though, man. I appreciate you checking in. It's been a reasonable game. I have to say, I was impressed with the course fact play early on from Atlanta. It was really, really good from Eastern Stick.
Yeah.
There's going to be a job for Eastern Stick for the rest of his career. To be honest, he's good enough to be a backup in this league.
Yeah.
Independent Aquaman asks what happens. Maurice Norris is out cold or having some sort of body spasms on the ground. It did not look nice at all. Carlton Wood is absolutely right. It was Savion Smith in the Patriots game. Damaged neck. Yeah. That was rough. That was really, really bad. GA2 Skip says it's no fun driving to the stadium. You drive down the highway and take a 2-lane road past GA Tech to get there 20 minutes for the last mile. Yikes. I have wanted to go to Atlanta to go and watch a game, but it doesn't sound particularly fun. Independent Aquaman said, ouch, and Norris is only a rookie. I don't believe Norris is a rookie. Everyone's taking a knee. The cart is out. This looks really bad.
Norris is a second-year player. But yeah, and it was Savion. But yeah, this is,
Oh, they've got the backboards out and everything as well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he had with his head. Oh my god.
That's not nice at all. Fucking hell.
Why have they just shown that? Why have the coverage just shown that hit? Fuck me. Aquaman, Norris was on the team last year with the Lions. It can't be his first NFL season. ESPN have it wrong. Oh, I feel sick having watched that. Coverage should not be showing hits like that when the man is down.
Yeah.
If you cut away from the coverage, we know it's bad. Don't show us that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Mark said they got him in neck spine brace.
Good.
Oh, not that this is the right time, particularly to consider the impact here for the Lions, but Norris is going to be out for a long time potentially after this.
Yeah.
He would have been someone definitely on the 53 for me. So this is impacting the Lions' regular season roster here.
Yeah. He was borderline for me. He was probably definitely on the practice squad. But yeah, this.
Who's safety 3? Never mind safety 4.
Maddox.
Yeah, I guess. GA2 skips us. Hopefully Mercedes-Benz Stadium gets a location for the Rugby World Cup of 2031 and you guys can come out here. I really hope so. Rugby is my big passion.
Ambulance is going onto the field, supposedly.
Oh man, the dude has done so well to get to where he is.
Yeah.
I feel for him. But yeah, GA2 skip. I would be more than game to come out for the Rugby World Cup.
So
Rugby is one of those sports that is just so electrifying to watch live. It's much better live than it is on TV. Don't know if you watch much rugby in particular, but I mean, American football audiences should love it. It's not that dissimilar, and because play doesn't really stop that often like American football does, it's a very entertaining watch that just keeps going and going and going. It's very physical, as I'm sure you know.
Yeah, there's a reason why I don't play it.
I used to play in one of the more athletic roles, and God help me, I could not do it now. I do have the right frame for it, just not the fitness. If I put on another couple of pounds and I was more athletic, I'd be a perfect height, weight, speed combination for rugby. Well, and the NFL, to be honest.
Yeah.
GH Skip says New Zealand, South Africa, England, and Ireland fun to watch. I mean, the French are the best team in the world right now. They are incredible to watch. I love watching the French at the moment. Mile Mark says, I first heard the phrase cauliflower ears when listening to a rugby game. Yeah, that's when you scrummage so much that your ears just get mashed up. They are horrible to look at. As I say, there's an ambulance on the field. And getting the stretcher out from that ambulance. Cumwood says, I wonder if ex-NFL star Louis Rees-Zammit will make the Rugby World Cup. In 2031, it's possible. He'll be, he's 25 now, I think. 25, 26, so he'll be 31, 32. Frankly, he'll probably go straight back into the Wales team, even having been out for 18 months. The Wales team is bad, and he's far too talented to not get into that team. This is potentially the 9th or 10th time I've seen this little Carl Hamilton clip now. I'm losing my mind. Independent Aquaman says best rugby is by the All Blacks. Not anymore. The best hackers are done by the All Blacks. And they are still obviously very, very good at rugby. But in terms of how the game is played right now, I think the Irish and the French are ahead of both of them. Sorry, they both of them are ahead of New Zealand.
Yeah.
Mal Marker just said his eyes are open. This is Wake. Is he moving? Can he move like his fingers? Carlson also says Twitter says Arashika and Sorsal both left game with leg injuries. Just showing replays of the Lions team forming a semicircle as Norris was lifted up. Brand36J said, who's hurt? It's Maurice Norris, who was set to be maybe on the fringes, probably in the 53 for the Lions. Looks like he'll be done for some time. Hopefully, this doesn't impact his life, never mind the football career.
Yeah.
G82 Skip says, Ireland versus New Zealand tickets in Chicago are incredibly expensive. I've looked into it. I'm not surprised. They're two of the best supported teams internationally. My Mark says, the Atlanta guy who hit him looks shaken. I'm not surprised. This game is brutal for the hitters and the hittees. And it's hard when you're going out there doing your job, trying to make sure that you can make the team. Frankly, the guys playing right now are playing for their careers, for a paycheck. You got to go out there and do your best, and then you do your best, and someone isn't walking off the field. Apparently, in the coverage, they have said no movement has been noticed, although I did hear them say effectively they couldn't get a good shot because of the number of personnel around him. And I'm like, good. I don't want you to have TV cameras on him.
Yeah. Suppose he was blinking, but yeah, he was like strapped in completely. Like completely strapped in.
Right, this game is about to resume. 2nd down and 2. Playing massively. What is happening here? I have no idea what's happening here right now.
Nor do I.
The clock is running, the play has been snapped, and everyone is just standing around. This is one of the weirdest things I've ever seen.
I'd do like a pseudo just run the clock down in like the weirdest way possible.
We're just going to stand here for 15 minutes while the clock runs out?
I honestly think they're just going to stand there for fucking 15 minutes while the clock runs out. Yeah, because look, Eddie Jones is just holding the ball, and the offensive line just into the defensive line. This is the fucking fair play to like the Falcons and that for doing this, and the refs are allowing this. But I legit think they're just running. They're just going to stand there for 15 minutes, have a conversation, run down the clock because they don't want to risk another injury.
I wonder how PFF will grade this play.
For fuck's sake. Asking the important questions. Yeah. Seems very much they're just going to. Yeah. But
The teams forming a circle
yeah.
in the middle of the
So
field.
Jeremy's just tweeted from obviously probably trying to count. It appears both teams may be forfeiting the rest of the game. The Falcons are just holding on to the ball during a life play and no one is tackling them. So they're just.
The teams are circled in prayer at centre field. Frankly, if Norris is really badly hurt, then
Yeah.
this makes sense. Well, it appears the game is going to be over here.
Yeah.
So with it all done, Ash, we'll call it done here, shall we?
Yeah.
What's your takeaways from the game? Let's not consider Norris and what's happened there, but have a look at actually what the team has done in general. Who's had a good day? Who are you happy with? Who are you perhaps not so happy with? Who needs to show more in games 2 and 3?
Happy with, dare I say, Kyle Allen, Tristan Colon, Tesla. Actually, Tesla but on a lower scale because obviously did have the couple of penalties. Meeks looks okay. AQ, Hassanin, Rockison. Well, people need to show more. Aguakan, unfortunately. Manu, if the stuff about his wrong blocking is true. And yeah.
Yeah, it's been I've been really impressed with Kyle Allen. I think it's been terrific. Sailors has given himself the opportunity to stick around for another week at least. Otherwise, Ronnie Bell did something.
Yeah,
we asked him to do something and he did something. That's good.
Yeah.
Hallett obviously was featured heavily in one drive, and I thought he did okay.
Mm-hmm.
DiCaprio Bootle's coverage was actually pretty good, I thought, on the whole tonight.
Yeah.
Zach Cunningham looks a lot better.
Yeah, true. The linebackers in general looked a lot better.
And we'll say Ian Kennelly's route to the roster has got substantially better now. I know obviously that's touching on Norris, but another one, out of the way for him, his route to the roster is becoming more clear.
Yeah.
Right. Everyone is just standing around as the clock expires. There's going to be another 9.5 minutes of this. So, Ash, any final words before we perhaps sign off right here?
Just fucking hope Norris is okay.
Yeah. Prayers up to Maurice. Mm-hmm. It appears there is something serious, so hopefully there's some good news when we wake up tomorrow morning. Thank you to everyone for watching. Appreciate you all. Wizard War says great coverage as always, guys. Thank you. Shut Up and Mill says, poor kid. Thank you guys for the awesome coverage tonight. To everyone, great conversations. Really, really active on here. Really appreciate it. Yeah. Prayers up. We'll see you guys for the college show on Wednesday before the 24-hour show. But anyway, have a good weekend. We'll see you soon. Cheers.
Bye, guys.